In this video, I'm covering everything you need to know about Naperville's Riverwalk, from the artwork, the public spaces, the recreation, Rotary Hill, Carillon Tower, and much, much more. So keep watching to find out. What is happening, everybody? This is Austin Weiss, your go-to real estate agent here in the Chicagoland area. If you're brand new or returning to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button and tap that bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I do a ton of video content all about what it's like to work, eat, live, and play right here in the Chicago Metro. So today I'm actually in Naperville on the Riverwalk. I'm going to share with you all my personal insight from growing up right here in Naperville, share with you all of the awesome parks, the artwork, the river, the recreational facilities, and much, much more. So keep watching to find out more. I'm actually standing right on top of Rotary Hill right now, and you can see the Carillon in the background. This is the coolest spot to sled in the winter when it gets cold and we get snow. So definitely bring the kids here. I used to come here and sled all the time, and I was known to stand up on my sled and go all the way to the bottom, kind of like a snowboard, but hey, it worked out for me. In the summer, they do a ton of different concerts here right on the hill, and it's really cool. Just imagine a few thousand people with the stage down at the bottom. There's been some really cool musicians here in the past, including Lynyrd Skynyrd, Smash Mouth, and much, much more. So definitely check that out in the fall and the late summer when they bring in the concerts. It's just a really good time, but I can't wait to share with you everything that I know about the Naperville Riverwalk. One of 3 original quarries in downtown Naperville, Paddle Boat Lake. They've turned it into kind of a fishing area, and you can take out these paddle boats with a couple kayaks in the summer. It's a really fun time with family, friends, and just kind of explore. You see fish jump every now and again. Directly across from the lake is Riverwalk Cafe. It's a really cool place, especially in the winter, to just come and get some hot chocolate after sledding down Rotary Hill. And in the summer, they serve cocktails, a little bit of foods and refreshments. And it's right across from the Millennium Carillon Tower, which was built in 2000 to celebrate the Millennium. It's got 72 bells, the biggest one being named Big Joe, and it weighs quite a few tons. It's really cool to hear the bells ring every hour on the hour and play a few chimes. And we're coming up to the park, so I'll show you the Carillon Tower here. All right, so I'm actually walking on one of the ramps at Centennial's skate park. It was built in 2004, and I always see dozens of kids, except for right now when I'm trying to film, using this facility. Here's the half pipe right here, so it's got a lot of different cool ramps and things for your kids to kind of play around with. And directly on the other side of the Riverwalk here is Centennial Beach. It was a quarry until 1913. It sat vacant for about 18, 19 years. And then in 1932, they opened it up to the public as one of the largest swimming holes here in the Chicagoland area. It has a 0 depth pool, so you can walk in with your little ones, a sand beach, so you can just play in the sand and build sand castles. It has a 50-meter swimming area, so if you're a triathlete like me, you can get those laps in. It has a high dive, a slide, a beach volleyball court, and a bathhouse that has lockers, showers, and restrooms. You have to remember, the Riverwalk is so beautiful, it's still nature, so there are some wildlife here and there when walking along the path. You get plenty of cool birds, cardinals, sparrows, herons, and then you have the river, so you get a few animals, wildlife every now and again. You can actually see the river behind me along with the Carillon Tower, and then if I turn my camera, you can see Centennial Beach just on the other side of this fence. Directly across the parking lot from Centennial Beach is the Centennial Little League field. I'm actually walking on the infield right now. This is where I used to play and umpire when I was a kid. It's a really cool environment surrounded by the beach, the playgrounds, the volleyball courts, the Carillon Bell Tower in the background, and the neighborhoods downtown Naperville right behind me. This is awesome because they have lights, and it's not uncommon to see baseball games going on at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night. And it's really cool because they have foul ball poles, an actual pitcher's mound, a scoreboard, and stadium seating. just out of home run range from the Little League field across the street. These sand volleyball courts are an awesome time to come out with some friends in the summertime, hit some balls, and they actually have lights so you can play well into the night. And in the winter, they actually flood this entire field, and they put in some ice skating rinks with some boards, some hockey nets, so you can let out your inner Blackhawk. I'm walking along the Riverwalk path, and you can see directly behind me, just off the path, is JC's Park. It's a really neat playground just outside of Centennial Beach, and I'm surrounded by all these enormous trees that are probably several decades old. And this park actually connects to the Riverwalk Park, which is a great place to have a picnic. There's plenty of tables, there's covered areas so you can get some shade, there's public bathrooms as well. And this is actually the finish line for the Naperville Sprint Triathlon, which I participate in each and every year. So the Riverwalk was originally built to commemorate Naperville's 150th anniversary. The sesquicentennial, you'll actually see it on the side of every single bench up and down the Riverwalk. So actually it was built in 1981. Today's 2021. This is the 40th anniversary. So this is kind of my personal tribute video to the 40th anniversary of the Riverwalk. And you can see behind me one of the iconic covered bridges, and the heron flew away. Although bikes, skateboards, and rollerblading is not allowed on the Riverwalk, it is pet friendly, so you can definitely bring your furry friend down here to the Riverwalk. And if you have to clean up after them, there's these free mutt mitts all throughout the Riverwalk, which makes it super simple to clean up after your friend. Okay, we're standing directly over the river here on the Naperville Riverwalk in one of 3 of the iconic covered bridges right here in downtown Naperville. If you've ever taken a senior portrait, a family portrait, or a first look for a wedding like I will be doing here very shortly later this summer, you've definitely had a shot on this bridge or one of the other 2 here. And we're walking up to the dandelion fountain, and it speaks for itself because it looks literally like a dandelion. I actually came here all the time when I was a kid, threw in quarters, different coins, and just kind of splashed myself with the water. Okay, I'm out here on the Riverwalk in front of one of my favorite statues of Dick Tracy. It's a 9-foot tall bronze statue. It's to commemorate Dick Locker, who is a Napervillian who used to draw the comic strips. So let's go along the Riverwalk and I'll show you some of my other favorite pieces of artwork.
This area looks like it's been so built up over the past couple of years. It looks really nice.
Yeah, Water Street was actually built in 2016. Some of my favorite spots are, of course, 64 Wine Bar. It has 64 wines on tap, which is super cool.
So cool.
Facilities just opened, so I've yet to try it, but definitely stay tuned. I'll do a review on it or something. And then Santo Cielo up on the very top floor is one of my favorites. It's cool to get a cocktail, a little appetizer, and then check out the skyline of Naperville.
All right, you mentioned that you can't go biking along the Riverwalk Trail. Apparently that's a no-no. Does it happen to lead to any cool bike trails? I know you're a big biker, so I feel like you would know this answer.
So I love biking, but you can't bike along the 1.75 mile path of the Riverwalk. But on both ends, it actually connects to what's called the DuPage River Trail, which I've featured in a couple other of my videos, which you can watch right here. You can, however, because it's public water, it's a public river, you can float all you want down on a kayak and whatever other floaty devices you want. Fish, do whatever you want, as long as you're being safe, they don't care. Another beautiful day here in Naperville. I'm down at the Riverwalk just enjoying all the beautiful sounds of nature, the gardens, and just really enjoying myself. But I'm coming up on the amphitheater. It's directly across the street from Nichols Library. In the summertime, they do children's story hour and lunch hour here, so you can come get some snacks or bring your own and listen to some awesome story times sponsored by Nichols Library. This was built in 1981, and they added that Millennium Wall just behind me to commemorate the Millennium in 2000. Just on the other side of these trees, you might be able to see the library in the background.
Okay, Austin, question for you.
Yeah.
You say you grew up in Naperville. Any memories from your childhood being along the Riverwalk?
Oh, absolutely. We used to come down here with my family all the time, bring a picnic basket or a bag lunch, and we'd feed all the ducks and the geese. When you could actually do that, they don't want you feeding the wildlife anymore. But just good times with the family, walking along the Riverwalk, seeing the fish in the river, seeing the geese, the ducks, and the different wildlife, and it was just good memories, good times. Opened in spring of 2019, Naperville J.C. Park is a really cool spot. It has free outdoor Wi-Fi, shaded covered seating, and charging stations for all your gadgets and devices, and it's just outside of Water Street. I'm walking through Friedenhagen Park. This park opened up in November of 2004 after the iconic Cock Robin ice cream parlor sat here from 1931 until the millennium. It was owned by the Friedenhagen family, who since donated the land so this park could be built. There's an iconic clock tower that sits just off of Washington Street. This concession stand behind me, along with the fountain, and plenty of shaded picnic areas for you and the family to enjoy in the summertime. And it sits just off the Riverwalk, so we're walking right up to here to the river, and I'll show you the last of the 3 covered bridges that sits over the river. Okay, I just stepped off the Riverwalk path just for a moment. It's right on the other side through these trees. But if you come down to the southern part of the Riverwalk, you can get down to the river's edge, dip a fishing pole into the water. There's typically 1 to 2 pound bass in the water. And just on the other side of these trees is North Central College Benedetti Worley Football Stadium, track field, and soccer stadium. Okay, so after 3 days of sweating my butt off filming the Naperville Riverwalk for you guys, we're here at Cookie Dough Creations trying to cool off a little bit, enjoying some nice ice cream. And if you ever think of making a move here, whether you're buying, selling, or investing in real estate here in the Naperville area or the rest of the Chicagoland area, I'm always available by phone, text, email, days, nights, weekends, and I got your back when you're trying to make a move anywhere in the Chicagoland area. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. That's good every time.
It's so good.
The best acoustic area in Naperville.